Hello. Today on the Slewfoot Hockey Show, it's the return of Mike Fisher.
And who could go where at the trade deadline?
And it's the return of Real Stat or Forget That.
All of that coming up next.
Welcome to the Slewfoot Hockey Show. Here are your hosts, Fred Angema and Dave Abbey.
Welcome to the Slewfoot Hockey Show. My name's Fred.
And I am Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
That's who you are. I wasn't sure. You just sat down beside me. And yeah. Okay. Hey, Dave. Welcome to the show. This is the show where we talk a little bit of hockey, about all the hockey.
A lot of hockey.
Yeah. So NHL, CHL,
Sure.
Olympics.
Touch on NCAA.
I don't know if we've ever talked about the NCAA.
Former players that are now in the NHL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we talk about that.
Yeah.
We give you all the information, all of it, every single little bit
Yep.
that we can think of about hockey. And we bring it here and shove it in your face.
As much as your ears could take.
That's right. Or your eyes.
Yes.
Yes, because if you're on the YouTube, because we are on YouTube, and of course we are on iTunes and wherever you can find your podcast stuff. Couldn't think of anything. Yep. Be sure to like this episode. You can hit subscribe. We'd love to have some more subscribers.
Sure.
That way, you know, we can share our newest episode with you as soon as it's released. Or you subscribe on iTunes, and every time we have a new show, that'll come out right to your iTunes ear things. I don't know what these things are called.
I don't know either.
I don't know the technical stuff. I just know how to get it there.
iTunes is for your ears.
Yes.
And YouTube is for your eyes.
For your eyes. Okay.
Only.
Yeah. Oh, James Bond. Feel free to leave a comment. We'd love that. And we'd love to interact with you. We are both on the Twitter. I'm at Slewfoot Fred.
And I'm at Slewfoot Dave.
That's right. And we also have a Slewfoot Hockey Show Twitter handle.
Yep.
And it is at Slewfoot Show.
Correct.
So, yeah. I think that's it. If you have any feedback, you can also send us an email. feedback@slewfoothockeyshow.com. And we'll keep the conversation going. Dave, on today's show, we have some important information to tell everyone.
We do. What is it?
Well, we're going to tell them as the show progresses.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. We have some top shelf news. Then we're going to do other things, talk about other things.
Yeah.
And then we're going to play a game.
Okay.
Real Stat or Forget That.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, let's kick it off then
All right.
with top shelf news.
Yep.
It's time for Top Shelf News.
All right, top shelf news.
Yeah.
The number one thing that we can talk about today, I think, is Mike Fisher.
Yes.
You remember Mike Fisher?
Yes.
He decided that he didn't want to play hockey anymore.
Less than a year ago.
Less than a year ago, after the Predators lost to the Penguins in 6 games in the Stanley Cup Finals, he said, that's it, I'm wrapping it up.
Yep.
However, this past weekend, Friday, he said, ish. He said, I want to come back. So he is going to come back and play for the Nashville Predators for the rest of the season, and who knows, maybe longer, perhaps. He's 37 years old. He's a centerman, and he likes warm drinks.
Long walks in the park.
Yeah. Warm drinks.
Country singers.
He likes country singers. He enjoys country. In fact, he's married to one.
Yes.
And he does not have a contract. I think we mentioned he doesn't have a contract, but he hopes to have one by the trade deadline, which is February 26th. So it definitely, I think, should help the Predators up the middle. They've already got 3 pretty decent centermen with Ryan Johansson, Nick Bonino, and Kyle Turris, that's right, who just got traded. What do you think, Dave? Do you think that the Predators have added a good piece? I mean, he was a great leader last year, being their captain. Do you think they've added a piece that could really help them make it back to the finals and perhaps even win this year?
I don't think they're going to make it to the finals, but can he help them get close? Sure. All I have, my information is based on what he's done in his career. So yeah, sure. Give him a better chance for sure. You
remember in the finals last year when Johansson was injured, Fiala was injured. He really helped that team. I wouldn't say he put him on his back, but he was definitely a strong force in the dressing room to get him there with some key players missing injuries in the finals.
Team captain at the time, so a good leader. Yeah.
I don't know. I think
he's going to take some time to get into game shape for sure. So if it takes too long, then he's not going to be effective, right?
Well, sure.
If he's not playing.
Yeah. I wonder how long he's been skating for. Like keeping in shape.
Or did he even stop?
I don't know.
Can you just stop playing and never open up the hockey bag again?
Ooh, could you imagine if he hadn't opened it up since last spring? Whew.
Stench
that came out of that.
That's when Carey said, "Get this out of the house."
That's right. You're going to play hockey again. Yeah. I definitely think that he's going to add some depth. He's going to. I mean, 4 solid centermen. Some teams are begging to have 1 good centerman.
Yep. Toronto. I meant Montreal.
Yeah. 1 good centerman, please.
Yeah.
And they have 4 of them.
So maybe they'll trade them. Sign them and trade them to Montreal.
No. Yeah. For whom? Yeah. And this could
Gallagher, definitely Pacioretty and Price.
Wow. For Pekka Rinne, Mike Fisher, and...
No, just Mike Fisher.
Just Mike Fisher. He's such a good leader. Mike Bergevin would... Mike. Or Mark Bergevin would probably make that trade.
He said it in English.
Yeah.
He probably would make that trade. You're right.
So I think they won't sign him for a lot of money. I wouldn't imagine he has enough money.
But here's the thing.
With all the gold records.
As we found out, they came looking for him.
Yeah.
So he wasn't going to come back for a bag of peanuts.
No.
So maybe he will get a good
maybe some concession,
like $1.5 million. Yeah.
Would you come back
for the rest of the year?
Would you come back for $1.5 million if you were retired?
Yes.
So would I. So would I. I think them signing him for not very much. I mean, that opens up an opportunity in case they need it to maybe get another sniper to help them, or maybe another role player at the trade deadline. I mean, they're a pretty solid team already.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not playing great right now.
Nope.
But
they're not where they were last year.
That's right. They barely snuck into the playoffs last year, and they did pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Nashville, as we found out, can be a pretty intimidating place in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So...
a lot of singing and dancing in the crowd.
Yes, and chanting.
And yelling at you.
Yeah. If you're the opposition goalie.
Right. Yeah. It's all your fault.
Yeah.
That is pretty entertaining.
Yeah, so I think it really does open up that door for them. You know, you've got a solid leader back who took you to help take you to the finals last year. And you still have enough salary to go for it all this year.
Yep.
Because there's going to be some pieces.
Why not? They had a good time last year.
Yeah. So let's do it again.
Yep.
I think they want to win.
Yep.
And that would be fun.
And the concession sales were probably pretty good.
Maybe that's what he's getting, a portion of the concession sales.
Can you imagine?
So maybe he is playing for peanuts.
He's going to sell more tickets.
Maybe he's playing for...
Literally peanuts.
Peanut sales.
Yes.
There you go. Do they sell peanuts at hockey games?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't put the shells on the floor.
Why not?
It's messy.
Okay.
There are different rules in Nashville. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. All right. So, Dave, let's talk about the Vegas Golden Knights.
Okay.
As we do from time to time on our show.
Yeah, maybe weekly.
Weekly, sometimes. So they now hold the record for most wins by an expansion team.
Yep.
They beat it last week, 34 wins. Now they're at 35.
Yes.
Are they playing tonight?
I don't know.
Don't think they are. Nope, they're not playing tonight.
Oh, okay, good.
So they can't beat it tonight.
No. Tomorrow against Minnesota. I don't know.
So they beat the record that was held by the Florida Panthers and the Anaheim Mighty Ducks at the time.
Right.
Back in 93, 94. Now, I guess my question is, I mean, they have 30 games now? Yeah, 30 games roughly to play.
Yep.
Can they hit 50 wins?
Absolutely.
As an expansion team?
It's very quick math.
Yes.
They win half the games they have left. They will make it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're going to do it.
That's crazy.
Sure. Why at this stage, why would we say they're not?
Right. They could go on a tailspin and not make the playoffs.
It's not going to happen, though.
No, I mean, they are
because they may add somebody.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Didn't they make a trade today?
Yeah.
Who'd they get? That's right. I don't remember either. So it wasn't.
They got a guy from the Kings.
That's right. It wasn't an impactful trade. Let's say that. It wasn't Drew Doughty. Can you imagine if Drew Doughty went to Vegas?
Oh my word!
Wow.
That wouldn't be right.
That'd be crazy. We're starting rumors, though.
Are we?
Maybe. Yeah. So I mean, I think they can only get stronger. I mean, no one expected them to be like this.
Correct.
At this point in the season, and to be in first place. Come on.
And just a few points out of first overall.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Behind Tampa.
They're just a point behind Tampa.
Yep.
That's 75, and they're at 74. So.
Tampa's playing tonight.
Are they playing tonight?
Oilers tonight. So they're probably going to win that one.
I would say. that would be a safe bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dave, our next topic to talk about. I just wanted to tell you a few things.
Okay.
Jurassic Park. Remember the movie Jurassic Park about the dinosaurs and such?
Yep.
Yeah, it came out 25 years ago this year.
Really?
I Do Anything for Love.
Yeah.
By Meatloaf. You remember that song?
I would do anything for Meatloaf.
Would you?
But not the singer.
Okay, that's good. Is he still around?
Yes. Barely.
Barely. Okay.
He's not. I don't think he's feeling good.
Probably not.
No.
So anyway, he would do anything for love.
Yep.
And that came out 25 years ago.
Wow.
Zach
Leslie, by the way.
Zach Leslie?
From the Kings to the Golden Knights.
Super.
Yeah.
Superstar Zach Leslie.
We're going to get a phone call.
He's got one of those weird numbers like 51. That's a weird number in hockey, isn't it?
It is.
Don't you find
51? Chris Tierney?
I don't know.
Sharks?
Maybe. Or 75. That's also another weird number in hockey, isn't it?
He's 82, maybe.
Maybe. The year he was born. Yeah.
I don't think so.
The internet turns 25 this year, Dave.
Wow.
So anything you're doing every day, 25 years ago. The Nintendo Game Boy. That was released 25 years ago.
Did you have one?
Nope. Did not. I had a Nintendo. The original.
Yeah.
Do you remember that with the cartridges?
Yeah, I had Atari.
Did you?
2600.
Ooh.
It was a good one.
That is a good one.
Combat. Tanks against tanks.
Oh, I remember that. Hide behind that wall.
Clouds.
I can't see it.
The flames were like...
Yeah.
That's right. 90-degree turns only. I had more fun with an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah.
Which is also 90-degree turns.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
It came down 25 years ago.
Yeah. About time.
About time. It was 25 years ago.
Right.
I was actually a couple years after the Berlin Wall came down, so 23 years ago. I was in Berlin, chipping away at the wall.
Chipping.
Chipping. So a German fella would say, "Do you want to take parts of the wall from you?" And I said, "Sure." So I rented his little hammer for 5 minutes and 5 Deutschmarks.
How much? Oh, okay.
5 Deutschmarks.
Which is equal to what? In Canadian dollars?
I don't know. It's €1 now, so
right.
Probably twice the price.
Huh.
Anyway, I chipped away at...
Should be a slogan in Montreal.
Nice one. Yeah.
So you were chipping away at the wall?
I chipped away at the wall, and I took a chunk of home of that with me. I don't know where it is now, but I had a piece of the Berlin Wall. It's part of history.
It is.
Yeah. So.
Can't change history.
No. You can only learn from it.
Yeah. Wow.
There you go. There's our...
The viewers are so much smarter.
That's right.
And the listeners.
Yes. Both. We should maybe add some writing on here. That way people could read our show as well.
Oh, that'd be good.
Look at that. Triple threat.
Is that some credits? Like this one?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Cameraman.
Hey, Baywatch. Mm-hmm. The television show. It came out 25 years ago.
What was the boss's name?
David Hasselhoff.
Did you ever see the video of him eating a cheeseburger by a toilet?
No, can't say I did.
Yeah, I think he was in the sauce.
He may have been.
Way more in the sauce than Kevin Hart was at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's that game yesterday, right?
Yeah.
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 That one.
Yeah, somebody won.
Yep. So anyway, Baywatch with David Hasselhoff, the Hoff, playing Mitch Buchanan.
And how old was he in the show?
48.
So carry the one.
Yep.
Oh, he's old now.
He was saggy then. Could you imagine him now?
Yeah.
No.
Did you ever watch him run in slow motion? Like, it was like a car wreck for me. I couldn't look away.
Right. I was more interested in the other lifeguards. Come on.
What was his name?
Yeah. The GPS.
Yes.
It's global. What's
George St. Pierre.
That's GSP.
Oh, right.
So what does GPS stand for? Global Positioning System? Oh, I think I got that right.
Programmable. I don't know. I think you got the first global purple system.
It came out 25 years ago.
That's how they find Barney.
That's right. The thing that helps you get from place to place.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Not a car.
25 years ago. No. It's sometimes in your car, however.
Yes.
Hey, Seinfeld.
Yeah.
TV series, one of probably the best of all time.
Yes.
It came out 25 years ago.
100% agree.
Yeah.
Best sitcom.
It was very funny.
Mm-hmm. Name your second favorite sitcom. All time.
The second favorite, Hogan's Heroes.
Really?
Love that show.
I'm going to go Modern Family.
Oh, that's pretty good too. Yeah.
It's more recent.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah. Seinfeld's tops though.
Yes, for sure.
Way to go, Jerry. Just in case he's watching.
Yeah. I'm sure he is.
He might now.
He might. Hey, the kid from 2.5 Men who might also be watching.
Yeah.
He turns 25 this year.
What number of the 2.5 was he?
He was the half. Yep. Angus something or other is his name, I think.
Was he lead guitar for AC/DC?
Nope. Because that guy's older than 25.
That is true.
Yep.
But 25 years ago, he wasn't as old as he is now.
That's true. Hey, you've heard of this fella named Nikita Kucherov?
Yes.
Yes. He turns 25 this year. He's leading the league in scoring.
So he was 0.
He was 0.
When Gary Bettman. Which is... I gave away the surprise.
This was all a surprise and you spoiled it. Okay, so all these things were 25.
It was still surprising.
Yeah, Kucherov was 25. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Mark Scheifele, Johnny Hockey, many more. All were not around when Gary Bettman became the first commissioner of the NHL.
How old's Bettman?
He's not 25. What was he?
So if those guys
30?
were 0,
was he in his 30s, 40s?
Do you think he's mid-60s?
He might be. Anyway, when he took over, it was 25 years ago as the very first commissioner.
So if he was 30, he's 55. But he had to be older than 30.
He doesn't look like he's 55. He looks like he's
Older.
Yeah.
He doesn't look younger than 55.
No. Do you ever notice that?
I think he's in his 40s.
I don't think he's in his 40s. No. I'm going to find out. We're going to find out how old Gary Bettman is.
Yeah.
What do you say? Over, under 65?
I'm going to go the under on that one. But just.
He was born June 2nd, 1952. What's the math on that?
52.
Okay. That's pretty sad. Obviously, we're not mathematicians.
We weren't prepared for this.
He's 65.
Oh!
Yeah.
There you go. Mid-60s.
See how I did that math?
Yeah.
Actually, I just read it right there. Yeah.
65 years ago.
Yeah, he was born in Queens, New York. Amazing. He was a lawyer. An executive and a lawyer. And now he's the commish.
They're not going to hire Hank from the 7-Eleven.
They should.
Yeah. Because chili dog sales would go through the roof at the arenas.
Yes. He's made some equally smart moves.
You know what they have now?
What?
Variety stores? Not just like chili dogs and cheese dogs for 2 a.m. Like enchiladas.
Enchiladas?
Yeah, it's weird.
Huh.
I'm not ready for that.
Me either.
At 2 in the morning.
Okay, so what are some things that you feel that Mr. Bettman has done pretty well?
Kept the NHL going.
Yes. You don't think they would have... Is this... do you think if he wasn't there, wouldn't have kept going?
I think it would have kept going.
Okay.
But he
helped it?
Now he's responsible for it.
Okay.
I don't know. I think he's grown the game.
Yeah,
not only North American, because he's really put the teams in the States.
Yeah, he has.
Where you'd never think there'd be a team.
Yep.
In 2 in the desert.
Yeah.
And
that was
lately, the last few years, maybe putting more globally.
Mm-hmm.
Games in China, Sweden.
Yep.
What's coming up this year?
China, I think. Finland. That's right.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's doing good things.
Yeah. So anyway. I mean, since when he was there, he brought in the Predators, the Thrashers, the Wild, the Blue Jackets, relocated the team back from Atlanta to Winnipeg.
That was a good move.
Yep.
They sell out constantly.
Yep. Move the
and they're in third place overall.
He moved the Whalers.
The Whalers?
The Whalers. Hartford Whalers.
Yeah.
To Carolina.
Yep.
Yep. And that's doing well.
Do you think they'd be doing better in Hartford right now?
Hartford's a hotbed, isn't it?
It's that area is all hockey.
Still one of my favorite logos.
Oh, for sure.
I remember the battles the Habs and the Whalers used to have all the time. It was awesome.
The Whalers were good.
The Whalers were.
Do you remember who was captain of that team?
Kevin Dineen.
Anybody else?
Pat Verbeek.
Yeah. Oil City.
Right?
Yeah, I got to play ball hockey with him.
So he also really helped the Canadian teams. Really they struggled a bit with the American dollar and whatnot and getting competitive teams.
Yep.
So revenue sharing, he was really responsible.
Sure.
For that, helped out with that. So, I think some of the teams south of the border struggle more now.
Yes, they do.
And that's attendance issues and whatnot. But hey,
But do you think he's trying to get the Canadian teams all to make the playoffs, or would that give him fits? 2 Canadian teams in the finals.
Okay, but where's the hockey hotbed? I have to ask. I know there's a lot of American fans, very passionate fans, but it would not hurt the game of hockey if all of the Canadian teams made the playoffs.
Definitely not.
Of course it wouldn't.
There's a lot of Americans that have Canadian teams as their favorite.
Sure, absolutely. And reverse. A lot of Canadians that have American teams as their favorites.
Guilty.
There you go. See? Case in point.
For sure. But I think I don't know. I think there's a lot of fans in the continent. Mm-hmm. But for Canadian teams, it'd be awesome to have all 7 teams in the playoffs.
It sure would.
It's not going to happen this year.
No, it will not. No.
Montreal will be the only team out.
Yeah.
In Ottawa. In Edmonton.
In Vancouver. Yeah. What are some things that you think he needs to, kind of sweep under the rug and say, that was a bad move?
Arizona.
Okay.
At Carolina.
Do you know that the league has locked out its players 3 times since Mr. Bettman has been commissioner?
That's more than once every 10 years.
Yep. But he's been doing it for 25.
See, we are mathematicians.
Mm-hmm. See how he did that? We couldn't figure out that he was 65, however. Yeah. So there's a lockout in 1994-95, 2004-05, and the 2012-2013 lockout.
Those were hard times. No hockey on at all.
Yeah, that's
really struggling for something to do.
That's why the World Junior team that year.
Was there a baby boom that year?
I don't know. We'll find out, but I would say yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there was, especially in Canada.
Yeah.
In all 7 markets.
Saturday night. What are we going to do?
There's no hockey night in Canada?
Crap. That's when poker got on TV.
Yeah.
It's still on. Darts? What?
140.
I love it though.
Yeah.
So fun to watch.
Yep. He created a bunch of television deals, obviously, that I think he took the game to the next level for sure.
Yeah.
Are there some,
It's just the arrogance around the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think
when you're a businessman, you're gonna have an ego?
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
You're going to have haters, and you're going to have people who don't really hate you, but they don't really like you either.
Correct.
And I think that's
Ron
where
McLean.
I think that's where Gary Bettman is. Everybody knows that he was good for hockey.
Uh-huh.
But there's a lot of things that leave you scratching your head saying, what were you thinking?
Sure.
So,
yep.
Anyway, congratulations, Gary Bettman, on 25 years.
Yeah.
Will he make another 25 more?
No.
Let's do the math.
How old would he be?
He'd be 90.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Who would the next commissioner of hockey be? Steve Yzerman? Wayne Gretzky?
That would be.
What about a former player?
I don't think Yzerman.
Do you think a former player would have that in him?
I don't think they have the business background.
Okay.
I really don't.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be a former player. It would have to be someone.
It could be. Yeah. Like George Peros has a degree in business.
Yeah.
At where did he go? Did he go to Harvard, I think? Mm-hmm. Yale? One of the two. They were high-end business. So possibly he could be. If you want to talk former players. There's lots of guys that had other ambitions before hockey.
Look at Ken Dryden, right?
But lucrative. Yeah.
Ken Dryden
politician,
went to Cornell, lawyer. Was a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, now a politician, MP. Yeah. Now he's an author.
Yep.
A couple of times.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Possibly. I'm not ruling out a former player.
Who knows, right?
Yep.
All right. Dave?
Yes.
Let's do this. Playoffs started today. These are the teams that would play. We obviously did not practice this at all.
It's good either way.
But it is but it is cool music.
Yeah, it is.
That's going to be our if the playoffs started today music. We'll figure out something.
We'll work on the lyrics.
Because that was awful. It was awful. We admit it.
No,
we admit it.
I liked it.
Okay. Dave, if the playoffs started today.
Everybody.
No. Do you want to start in the West or the East?
Let's go East.
Let's go East.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the playoffs started today.
These two teams would play.
Yes, it would be Philly and Tampa Bay.
No way.
Yes way. So Tampa Bay 75 points, Philadelphia with 57 points.
Yeah.
Well, what would you say would happen there?
I would say Philadelphia would be out in the first round.
I would say that they will not have another champion in Philadelphia.
Correct.
This season.
Right.
Yes.
Unless the 76ers. No.
No. I don't know. I don't follow basketball.
I don't either.
Selfish. So Philadelphia and Tampa Bay have split the 2 games they've played so far. There's 1 game left.
That's absurd.
It is. Here's one. Boston versus Toronto.
Sorry, Toronto.
You think Toronto would be out?
Yeah, 5 games.
I think they might take Boston to 6.
Okay. They'd still would lose.
I gave you another game, Toronto fans.
Gave them 2 wins at home.
I gave you another one.
Yeah.
Don't be sad. Next year.
Yeah. There's always next year.
5-year plan, remember? The Shanna plan.
What year is he on? 3?
3. It's not bad. He's got another couple years.
Yeah, you better hurry up. What's the outcome that he wants?
What happens after 5 years? The 60th?
Exactly.
Do they just blow it up then again?
Yeah. Start over. Well, Marner will be 40.
Wow. Our math skills are really not that good. We've established that, though. Washington would play Columbus, 65 points to 58 points.
What's the season series?
It's Washington won the first game. They still have 3 more games to play
And
against each
Washington
other.
will win all 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the playoffs as well?
That would be a sweeper.
Okay.
Well, if Washington wins all 3, they won't meet in the playoffs.
True. Do you think Washington has something to prove this year? Do you think they're like, you know what? We'll make a couple moves at the trade deadline to get stronger. We don't need to be the President's Choice winners because that, my friends, is a curse.
It is. Happened to Detroit. Happened to Washington.
Yeah.
Happened to many teams.
Yep.
I think they have something to prove every year. And they forget what it is they're trying to prove. They don't. Yeah. They have 0 success.
You're probably right. Yeah.
They don't have any luck at all.
Nope. Last series in the East would be New Jersey versus Pittsburgh. New Jersey leads Pittsburgh by just a point in the standings.
Yep.
And they beat Pittsburgh just the other night, actually. For the first time. They still play 3 more times, though.
Yeah. That'd be a great series.
I think it would be.
Pretty evenly matched.
Yep. I think it would be good. The Islanders are just behind Philadelphia right now. And they're playing this evening.
Trailing Philadelphia.
Yeah, trailing. What's that? Yeah, so they're trailing Philadelphia. Mathematically, they're trail because of the standings, right?
Yeah.
So they are playing this evening. The Islanders are, and they're beating Nashville right now, 4-2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Very good.
We also have Carolina, only a point back of the Islanders.
Slipping,
yeah. And then the Rangers, only a point behind Carolina. And then you've got a log jam, Florida, Detroit, Montreal, all at 50 points.
Yep. 7 points behind Philly.
Yep. Can any of those teams,
out of those 3, Detroit would probably make it.
out of those 6 teams we mentioned, is there any besides Detroit?
I think the Rangers and the Islanders have the better chance of getting in.
Okay.
I think they have tougher teams and just have the ability to get in.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And then in the West, we have got Vegas, the Vegas Golden Knights, 74 points. They would play the
Wild.
The Wild. I was going to say the North Stars. And so far, Minnesota has beaten Vegas twice this season with 1 more game. So Vegas has not had a whole lot of success against Minnesota yet.
No. So they should throw the next one so that Minnesota's ahead of them. That's not going to happen.
And just,
I think playoffs are different.
Playoffs is completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah. Minnesota really hasn't had great success in the playoffs.
No.
So
then
they'd be the underdog still to me for this year.
You've got 2 players on that team that were in the finals last year.
Yep.
Including a goalie that led Pittsburgh pretty much the whole playoffs.
Yep.
So
Minnesota's goalie was on fire last year.
Yeah,
Not
and
so
then
much
kind of
this year.
fizzled.
Dubnyk.
Yep. Pacing himself, maybe. Then we've got San Jose versus the Kings of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And they don't play each other anymore. They've played all of their games so far. And let's see, Los Angeles only won 1 of those 4 games against the San Jose's.
That's a great matchup.
That would be a great series to watch.
I think I like the Sharks out of that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Just because they
I like the Kings.
That's really all we have to go by is who won the regular season.
Yeah, but it's different.
But it is.
Yep. Winnipeg versus Dallas.
Early exit for Dallas.
Yeah.
They're just not consistent enough.
Winnipeg's won both matchups so far, and there's still another 2 to go. What do you think? Do you think Winnipeg might be the strongest contender for the Canadian teams that will make the playoffs?
Yes.
Yep. Do you think they have
Are they third overall right now? Fourth? Fifth?
Third or fourth, I think.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Do you think that they have a strong enough team to win it all? I mean, they're getting great goaltending by Connor Hellebuck.
Can they win the Stanley Cup, you're asking?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
They've got a
third overall.
A Hart Trophy candidate, maybe potentially, in Mark Scheifele.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if Tampa wins the President's Trophy, there's the curse.
Mm-hmm.
They're out. So it comes down to Vegas and Minnesota. Minnesota's beating the Vegas through the season.
Yep.
So they'd be out. So Winnipeg's in first place.
Okay. What about Nashville?
See how that works?
Yeah. What about Nashville and St. Louis?
Ooh, really good matchup.
A very, very good matchup. Repeat of last year's, what was that, semifinals?
Yeah.
Western semifinals?
Yep. I think
or Western finals?
I think it comes down to Western finals.
Was it the finals?
I can't remember.
Me either.
We
talked about it
for a while. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it'd be a really good series.
Mm-hmm.
But with Fisher coming back, is he the guy that pushes him over that bump?
Quite potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're still there. I mean, they're in a playoff spot. They're comfortably in the middle there.
Yep.
So,
yep.
I think they want to get home ice, obviously, because home ice, like we said before, in Nashville is very, very good.
Tough place to play.
Yep. Now here's a couple of teams that are just on the cusp. You've got Colorado, Calgary, and Anaheim, all 1 point behind there. Minnesota.
Yep.
So this can all flip-flop.
Sure.
The team can get hot. I mean, Colorado was really hot earlier in the, a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
So I mean, if someone goes on a run like that, you don't want to peak too early, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
However, you want to be playing well to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, Chicago, only 4 points back. Sorry, 5 points.
Yeah.
No. And then Edmonton, Vancouver, Arizona, probably
those 3 are out for
is
sure.
not their year. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of changes yet to happen. Trade deadline is coming up as well, and you get a couple players on your team that can really turn that around or help, or you know what, it could even hinder your team, right?
Yeah, you look at those teams that aren't gonna make it.
Yep,
they're sellers, obviously. They got some contracts they want to get rid of.
Yes.
So
we're going to talk about that in a few minutes.
See?
Actually, of some of the teams that aren't going to make the playoffs, and maybe some of the players that will be for sale for the best value.
Yep.
Let's talk about a few other things that happened in the world of hockey this past week. So you've heard of Jaromir Jagr?
A little bit, yeah.
Yep. So anyway, he was loaned by the Flames. So he was released?
No, just loaned.
Just loaned? Was he released first?
Put on waivers.
Yes.
Cleared waivers.
Yes.
Now loaned.
Waivers, loaned. Okay.
Right. So they could pull him back up if they wanted to.
They could unloan him?
Unloan. Do you think they will?
Depends if they
get a couple injuries.
Yeah. They could use.
Would he be the first guy they'd call?
He's injured himself, right now.
Not now.
Well, kind of still. A little bit. He's going through some rehab, and by that he's playing hockey.
Right.
Yes.
So this is a conditioning stint while he's on loan.
I guess, yes.
Okay. All right.
I guess they do that.
Yeah.
So he's playing for the Kladno Knights.
Yeah. Why would he choose that team?
He owns them.
Good choice.
Yes. It's his hometown.
So can he fire the coach if he doesn't get enough ice time?
He probably tells the coach what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I'm skipping a shift.
Yeah, and I'm not coming off.
Yeah.
I'm not coming off the second period.
Yeah. I want a 9.5 minute shift. And I'm not playing defense. Any defense at all.
If I stay out late the night before, I'm playing net.
That's right.
I just don't want to skate today.
That's right. So he went out his first game, by the way, and he had 3 assists.
Yep.
In a victory over HC Banatki.
Huh. I could have swore Banatki was going to win that game.
It was close for a bit. You know why? Because
it was 0-0 before they dropped the puck?
Peter Nedved was playing for them.
Ah, yes.
There you go. Former Canadian Olympian.
Mm-hmm.
That's the weirdest situation ever, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was.
So good luck. Good luck to Jaromir Jagr. Do you think we'll ever see him back in the NHL? I guess that's the question.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
34 games away from breaking a record.
Yep.
I hope we see him again.
Yes.
I feel a good story.
Yep. Second
Masterton trophy.
Next year?
Yep.
Yes, I think that's great.
Yep.
See, he hasn't played in Montreal. Maybe he can play in Montreal.
Sure. Wouldn't hurt.
Can he play center?
I imagine he could take a face-off.
Yeah. That's good. Hey, Philip Forsberg, he was...
Naughty.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. Yeah, so he plays for the Nashville Predators, and he was suspended 3 games yesterday for his hit on Rangers forward Jimmy Vesey. I mean, seeing the hit, it was kind of super late. It was a little bit dirty, but that's not...
Dirty because it was late? Dirty because it was a high hit?
It was late, and it was a high hit.
Okay.
Yeah, hit him in the head.
So you should have got 6 games.
No.
3 for late, 3 for high hit. 6.
I defer you to the hit that Radko Gudas had earlier on, and if you haven't seen it,
I think that was clean.
Press pause right now.
On this side. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, it's down there somewhere. Just hit pause. Go to YouTube, Google, wherever. Find Radko Gudas dirty hit.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have to filter through a lot of stuff.
There'll be plenty. Most current.
Yeah, his most current hit. And you'll see that he left his feet for about 4 seconds and hit the player.
High.
And it was a high hit. And
he only targeted the head.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he did not get anything.
That guy's... I don't know who he hit.
He's a repeat offender.
Yeah.
He is a dirty player, and he didn't get anything.
Nothing.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
That hit was ridiculous. Like I don't know who he hit. I can't remember.
Philip Forsberg, granted, it was not the cleanest of hits.
Right.
But
it's a hockey play.
Yeah, he's not a dirty player.
No. It's a fast game, and that's just the way it went.
George, I think you Andrew Cogliano'd this one too.
Both of them.
Yeah.
He punished a guy that shouldn't have been punished with games.
Yeah.
You could have slapped him on the wrist and he would have learned his lessons probably.
I mean, there is of course the the rule that says you can't hit someone in the head. I get it. But these aren't dirty players that you're suspending. Right. Look at Radko Gudas,
who targeted the head.
Come on, man. Come on.
Did he not see that?
You're killing me.
Was the video blurry for him?
Might have been.
The video got sent to his office?
I don't get it.
Oh, boy.
Yep. All right. What's next? We're going to talk about...
Possible trades.
Possible trades, yes, of some players that are
maybe available.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I lost my train of thought for a second. Not a great thing to do. So Arizona, they've got some players, of course.
Yep.
Who would you trade from that roster? Richard Panik? I know he was just traded to Arizona.
Yeah.
But he's got only 2 years.
It'd be hard to...
$2.8 million. That's not bad.
To deal him, though.
Not really.
Do you want him on Montreal?
No.
So it's hard to deal.
Wait, what does he play? Center? No, I don't want him.
No. Does he score goals? Not really.
I heard.
Can he...
I heard today, and I'm not sure. I read something on Twitter that Max Domi might be available.
Why not?
Yeah. Would you say anybody on that team is available?
Everybody's available.
That's true.
Everybody.
Okay.
Why not?
Everybody.
Except for the players that are there that are retired.
Right.
Pronger, Datsuk, Dave Bolin.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a lot of those types of contracts, right?
Oh, man.
Yep. Luke Shen.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd trade him.
Yep.
Okay.
He's really winding down his career, I would say.
Well,
How long ago was it that he was in Toronto?
Wow.
Yeah. Probably 10 years.
I don't know about 10 years, but
9?
sure.
Okay.
How about Buffalo?
I don't know if I can see Luke Shen in Buffalo. Oh, you moved on.
I've moved on, yes. Yeah.
The only name I'm really hearing a lot of is Evander Kane.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would trade Evander Kane.
He would be hard to trade as well.
He might be.
He's built himself a bad reputation.
Right, but he's having a good season. Maybe he's let that go.
Maybe not.
Agreed. Next.
It depends how desperate you are for
Sure.
a guy who can score
Yes, he can.
and he can hit. He can play the game. But do you want to take a risk on his off-ice antics?
Well, yeah. Depends on where. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have him in Detroit.
No.
No. We're a classy organization than that.
Okay. Not a fan, huh?
No.
What about the Senators? Everyone? Anyone?
I would say anybody's...
Who don't you trade from the Senators?
Guy Boucher.
He's the coach, man.
That's right. He's the only guy that seems like he's trying. He is. See him on the bench? He's always trying.
Alex Fermenton.
Ooh. If you had to, sure. He wouldn't care. He hasn't played there yet.
Yeah.
Well, what do you get, like 6 games in?
I think something
Maybe?
like that, yeah.
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 The kid's lightning's fast.
Yeah.
Like, he's lights out fast, but...
Johnny Oduya? Do you trade Erik Karlsson?
Yes, he's available.
The only person I don't think you can trade is Dion Phaneuf. He won't move.
And
No, I don't want to move.
But do you want him in Montreal?
No.
Then, yeah, see?
He can stay in Ottawa.
That's why you won't move him, because nobody wants to take him. How long has he been in Ottawa now? 4 years?
Something like that.
How long was he in Toronto? 7?
You're asking me all these questions I don't know. Yes. I'm going to go with yes. Yes, he was. Something like that. Yeah.
So he's on his way down as well.
Sure he is.
Okay.
Yeah. He's on the
he's
downward slope of his career.
You think he did that earlier?
Yeah. Montreal.
Everybody's available.
No, they're not.
Yes.
No.
Why? Who's not?
You don't trade the goalie.
You could.
Of course, everybody can get traded. However, these are the people that they would say, no, I'm not trading them. I wouldn't trade Alex Galchenyuk, although you probably could. You can get something good. I'm not making any sense.
Could you think get something good for Carey Price? You'd need a goalie.
Yes.
You would need a goalie.
Yes.
And they have anybody coming up?
For goalies, they've got Charlie Lindgren.
Not bad.
Yep, and who else do they have? They've got Zach Vicali.
Okay.
And
proven in the juniors.
Yep. And who else do they have? They've got another goalie too, Michael McNiven as well.
Okay.
Yep. But I still wouldn't trade Carey Price. Nope.
All depends on what you need, on what they would give you in return.
I would trade Shea Weber.
Do you remember
and
Gretzky
Carl
got
Alsner,
traded?
though. Yeah, I remember that.
A couple times?
Yep.
Okay.
That was a blockbuster trade, though. Victor Mete, I would not trade.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Would not. And Jonathan Drouin with a good centerman, I think would be okay. But he is not a good centerman himself, so they need someone else to play with him.
You couldn't trade him because you just got him.
Right. And he's
so you'd be like
being paid for the next 7 years.
Yeah,
yeah.
Man.
Max Pacioretty, I might trade.
Sure.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yep.
Vancouver. Everyone but Bo Horvat
and Brock
Besser. Sure. Anyone with those names
are locked.
Yes,
I agree. That's a short conversation about Vancouver.
Do we trade the Sedins?
Oh, they're going anyway.
Where are they going?
They're going somewhere.
Back to Sweden?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Forced into retirement, like Jágr.
Perhaps. Yep.
Not that Jágr's retired.
That's $12 million though because their contract expired.
Right.
Expires at the end of this year.
This year, yeah.
So someone could sign them.
But that's the thing. You got to take the set. It's like they're like end tables.
They're like a
IKEA end tables.
They're like a saucer, saucer and a cup. Henrik, I will be the cup. You be the saucer.
One day we'll switch it up, and no one will ever know, because you cannot tell us apart.
That's great.
I just
end tables. That's fantastic. We always defer to furniture when we talk about the Sedins
because of IKEA,
right? Of course,
man, they must have like an endless supply of Allen keys.
They might. Just because they're Swedish, Dave, doesn't mean that they have IKEA furniture. Wait, who am I kidding? Of course they do.
Yes, they do. And they love meatballs.
Yes. Oh man. Edmonton. Connor McDavid.
Not a chance.
Okay. Mark Letestu?
Yes.
Patrick Maroon.
Absolutely.
Those are probably the two of the biggest names that are out there right now.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins?
Why not?
Yeah.
He's a centerman.
Draisaitl?
Nope. Not a chance.
Cam Talbot?
Maybe if they got a goalie back.
Yep.
Yep. How about Detroit? Mike Green?
He's going.
Probably going, right?
He's going to the Rangers.
Or Washington.
Mark my words.
Washington. I'm saying Washington.
Well, Rangers.
Okay. Andreas Athanasiou.
I hope they keep him. But it's going to be tough.
He's going to Russia.
They can't even say his name.
The K. Athanasiou.
I think that they signed him for 1 year, saying, "Show us what you got, and we'll give you a better deal. We'll give you longer years, more money." He's had a pretty.
Is Detroit going to make another colossal?
No, they're not going to go nuts. They're not going to go nuts.
8 years, $17 million.
They're not going to go nuts because they're going to have a new GM, who's smart.
Steve Yzerman?
Yeah, quite possibly.
Could you imagine?
Yes,
that could be the biggest trade.
Could absolutely imagine.
Yep.
And he wouldn't put up with any antics, but he likes skilled players, and he is one.
That is true.
So he just needs someone to put him in the right direction, saying, you know what, you're a good hockey player. We want you here. Do you want to be here?
Big change in Wingsland this offseason.
I think so.
Yep. Florida?
Everybody that's valuable.
Yeah, but a lot of those guys they've got a pretty good young core.
Hoobie doobie doo?
Yeah, don't trade him. Nope. Redeem Verbata.
Yeah.
Just get rid of him.
Yep.
Chicago. What about Chicago? They're still on the outside right now, or do you think they're going to make a run?
I think they're going to they'll have a chance.
Do you think they're buyers, or do you think they're
buyers?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which also makes them sellers, right? Because they're selling the player to buy.
Right, but maybe they'll give away picks or something.
Maybe.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. To get a good loaner player.
Right. Hey, let us know what you think. All those things we talked about at the top of the show. Twitter.
All that talk about Gary Van Buren from
email,
New York.
All that stuff.
How you doing? We'll get us up on the Twitter over here.
Send us an email. Do it all. Just send us your thoughts on who you
One
would
day
like
you
to
can
see.
give us a phone call.
That's funny. All right, let's do this. Player of the week. Dave, you have a player of the week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just really into that song.
It's a good song.
It's fantastic. My player
I'm ready.
Is probably from one of my favorite teams of this year anyway.
Okay.
They're a relatively new team.
Okay.
The Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh, yeah, they're pretty good.
Riley Smith.
Ooh, he's having a good year.
Yeah, he really is.
Okay.
He missed an open net a couple weeks ago.
Hey.
But
Sidney Crosby missed an open net the other night.
But anyway, 4 games.
Yes.
4 goals, 1 assist.
Hey, that's not bad.
He scores some big goals.
Yep.
Meaningful goals. So he's my player of the week.
That's good.
Duta.
My player of the week is from the Pittsburgh Penguins, of Yevgeny Malkin.
A.K.A. Gino.
Yevgeny Malkin. But you can call me Gino. You can call me Gino.
Yeah. If he played for New York, that would be so much better.
It would be. Yep.
It'd be awesome.
So he had 6 goals, 2 assists in 3 games.
That's decent.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
+6, 1 power play goal. 1 power play assist, 11 shots on goal, and 1 game-winning goal.
Okay, how many goals again was it?
6.
And 11 shots.
Yes.
Oh,
That's pretty good percentages.
that is good.
Yes. So he's my player of the week.
Very nice.
Duda. Yes. I'm pretty happy with my choice. I've never really been a fan of Malkin, but
I haven't
I had to
either.
choose him.
But you know what? I saw a little episode on him earlier this year.
Yep.
It showed his lighter side.
Oh,
I changed my perspective of him.
okay. Maybe I have to watch that.
You should.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on Sportsnet, I believe.
Okay. I will take a look.
Yep.
Dave, we're gonna play Real Stat or Forget That.
All right.
It's the Real Stat or Forget That. It's the name of the game that we're gonna play. Real Stat or Forget That. Here is the game that's gonna make your day. We haven't done injury training in a long time.
I know, I was just thinking that. A lot of our songs rhyme in way or...
It's one of the easiest words to rhyme. Way, hey, day.
I'm glad they don't end in orange.
Yeah. This is a game that's going to make your orange. Yep.
It's not very appealing.
Oh, no. There we go.
I was a little late on that. All right, who's starting?
You can start today.
Okay. Josh Bailey
Yes.
is having a good season with the Isles.
Okay.
With his 56 points so far this year, he's on pace to have his second best season in his career.
Yes.
In 2014-15, he finished the year with 93 points, also with the Islanders.
Okay.
Real stat or forget that?
I'm going to say forget that.
Well, if you're committed to that, you are correct.
Yes. Okay, my first question. Connor Hellebuck,
Yep.
the goalie for the Winnipeg Jets. He had his 5th shutout this season, which is a career high. His goals against average is currently at 2.3, which is just a bit higher than his first season, which was 2.27. That was a GAA of 2.27. Is that a real stat or forget that?
Real stat.
No. His goals against average his first season was 2.34. So he's having a career season this season.
Good for him.
Yes.
Bad for me.
Yep. You've been doing well this game. It's time for me to shine, I think.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Super Bowl Sunday,
Yes.
1999. Yarger?
Yarger.
I'm going to go with his real name.
Yeah.
Yarmer Yager. Took
his
care of the
nickname.
Canadians
Yarger.
with a 5-3 win.
Okay.
The future Hall of Famer scored twice and added 2 assists. Real stat or forget that?
I'm going to say forget that because I thought it was Mario Lemieux.
You're incorrect.
Really?
Yeah. Lemieux got 4 assists.
No.
So same amount of points, and different guy, and a different year.
Different year.
I think that was like 94 with Lemieux.
Yes.
Ish. But against the
Maybe.
Canadians, you're right. And
Yeah,
also on Super Bowl Sunday.
I never liked Montreal having to play Pittsburgh every Super Bowl Sunday. Psh.
Wow.
Anyway. Speaking of Super Bowl Sunday, the Washington Capitals, they have now played 28 games on the Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the 10th game in a row that they've hosted an afternoon game. And in 28 years, the Capitals have a losing record of 8-17-1 and kind of wish the NHL scheduler would stop scheduling games on Super Bowl Sunday. Is that a real stat or forget that?
That's a forget that.
You are correct, sir, because they actually have a winning record, and it is 17-8-1.
Mm-hmm. And
Although they lost yesterday. To the Vegasers.
Yes. Everybody's losing to the Vegasers.
It's true.
Okay. My next question for you.
Yes.
This season, the Montreal Canadiens are having a tough year.
Yeah.
One stat that stands out is not one player on the team is in the pluses for plus minus.
Not one player?
Not one player.
That seems wrong. There's got to be someone in the pluses. Forget that.
You're incorrect.
Really?
Yeah.
Not one player.
They have lots of zeros, but not one in the pluses.
Yeah, they do.
Right.
Who knew?
Not one.
All right. Hey, so the Boston Bruins, they won again. You might have heard.
I did.
They beat the Leafs the other night, 4-1 on Saturday night. The Maple Leafs goaltender, Frederik Andersen, he had played 9 times against the Bruins in his career and was a perfect 9 wins against them. Last night was only the first time in his career that he had lost to the Bruins. Is that a real stat or forget that?
That's a forget that. Son of a gun.
That is true. He hadn't lost against the Bruins in all that time.
That's incredible.
Pretty good.
So the Ducks were that good against... I thought Bruins are pretty good every year.
Not really.
Pretty good.
Nah. They've been good this year, but
All right.
No, there you go.
All right. Got to redeem myself here.
All right.
The Red Wings are making a run lately, hoping to make it back to the playoffs. Dylan Larkin is leading the team in points, but also is second in penalty minutes. Real stat or forget that?
I'm going to say forget that.
You're incorrect.
These are tough questions.
He's in second place in penalty minutes with 49. Only 1 point behind Lute Witkowski.
Oh, good old Luke.
I think I call him Lute.
Lucky Lute.
It's luck. Luke Witkowski has 50
Wow.
pins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Clearly.
Alexander Barkov of the Florida Panthers has been a good player for them this season. So good, in fact, that 31% of his goals this season have been shorthanded goals. Is that a real stat or forget that?
That's a real stat.
You are correct. He's scored 16 goals. 5 of them have been shorthanded.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy,
That's pretty good.
Yep.
I'd have him on the ice
all the time.
penalty kills.
Yep.
Okay, I think I have one question left,
Okay.
if I'm not losing track at all.
Okay.
During the 1988 season, the Calgary Flames lost 5 straight leading up to the Olympics. After the Olympics were held in Calgary, the Flames went on a 10-game win streak, but still failed to make the postseason.
1988?
Yeah.
I think that is a real stat.
You're incorrect.
Ah, man. Okay, it was correct. It was a real stat.
Was it?
I don't know. Was it?
I made it up. I don't know.
Oh, fine.
I just thought the Olympics are in 88, so it's...
Oh, it's one of those. Hey, the Olympics starts in 4 days.
Yes, that's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
So the first game, I think, is at 10:30 at night.
I should have worn my
Canada, first Canadian game.
Team Canada hat today. Man, forgot.
What are you
Okay,
gonna do?
my last question.
Yep.
I think this is probably for the win, right?
Yes.
Okay. The Calgary Flames, well, they won in overtime the other night.
Yeah.
They also hold quite the record in the NHL record books. From November 12th, 1981 to January 9th, 1985, that would be a stretch of 268 games. The Flames did not get shut out. Is that a real stat or forget that?
Real stat. Dirty Diana.
Incorrect. It was only 264 games that they didn't get shut out.
So
That's pretty good. It was close. But you were still 4 games off.
My tallies show
Yes.
that it's a tie.
Oh.
How is that possible?
I don't know. We would need a tiebreaker,
We would.
which is where you come in, folks.
Yes.
So we want you to send your questions to us. We're going to start a new game, and it is going to be called Slewfoot Stymie. So we want you to send in your questions to feedback@slewfoothockeyshow.com. If you stymie Dave, we will put your name in a draw, to win merchandise from our show. Say like this here shirt right here, or this here pen right here, or
this pen,
that pen right there. We will make sure that at the end of February.
Yep.
So
roughly 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah. Send in your questions. We'll read them on the show. If you stump and stymie Dave,
19 days.
19 days. You have 19 days to do it.
19 days.
Yep.
2.5 weeks.
Just send it in. You can send it to my Twitter. You can send it to the
Slewfoot Twitter.
Slewfoot feedback, or the Slewfoot Twitter, or our email address, and I'll get all of them, and we'll ask the questions. And if you stump them, your name is entered into the draw to win.
Correct.
Cool. So do it. Participate. Don't be afraid.
Right on.
Yeah. Dave, do you have anything else?
I don't think I do.
Yeah, me either.
I have nothing else.
No. We will. Our next show, we might even cover an Olympic game or two. We'll see.
Yeah.
Since we do talk about Olympic hockey.
We do.
Yes.
All hockey. All things hockey.
All hockey all the time.
All hockey all the time.
All right. Thanks for listening, everyone, and watching. We appreciate it. Again, if you have any questions, shoot them to us at our Twitter feed. Some comment down below on the YouTube channel here. Like it if you like it. If you don't, just hit like anyway, because it'd be fun.
What's it hurt?
Doesn't hurt anyone. And we'd love it if you subscribe, of course.
Do that.
And I think you can also leave a review on iTunes.
Yeah.
We're not asking too much.
No.
Just one of the above.
Or all.
And share it with a friend.
Yes.
Sharing is caring.
It is.
Yes.
And Valentine's Day is coming.
Oh, it is.
Do you share that?
Are you... Have I got something for you for Valentine's Day? Here's a link to this podcast.
Enjoy.
Happy Valentine's Day. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone, and watching and participating. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we will talk to you next time on the Slewfoot Hockey Show. Take care.
Bye now.
Now's the time on Slewfoot where we dance.